We've all heard the saying, money can't buy happiness. But what if it could? We're not talking about buying a new car or a vacation home here. We're talking about buying your way to living a better life in all aspects of your life. Watch until the end as I show you 10 money rules that will surely help you manage your finances. Number 1. Know where your money goes. This is one of the most critical money rules. It's easy to become distracted by the big things in life, but if you don't know where your money is going, you'll struggle to progress towards your goals. Begin with a budget that includes all your income and expenses. Then, break down each category to see where your money is going. Keep track of every penny you spend for at least a month, and then review your findings. Once you've assessed where your money is going, the next step is to determine what needs to change for you to save more. Do you spend too much time out? Could you reduce your entertainment costs? Is there anything that could be cut without sacrificing the quality of life? If so, reduce these expenses. Number 2. Always pay yourself first. It's probably one of the most important money rules and one of the most easily broken. However, you must never, ever break this rule. The only way to accumulate wealth is to consistently set money aside for yourself before paying your bills, buying groceries, or making any other purchases. Whether it's a portion of your income or all, you should prioritize your savings over everything else. You can't afford to, and neither can your future self. Paying yourself first entails setting aside a specific amount each week or month to put in your savings account, or invest in things like retirement accounts or stocks and bonds. This money is never touched unless there's an emergency. Even then, it is only used as needed and replenished as soon as possible. Number 3. Make your money work for you. The key to financial success is to make your money work for you. You must understand how to invest in making your money work for you. You can't just leave it in a savings account or under a mattress and expect it to grow independently. That's not how investing works. You're passing up a huge opportunity to make your money work harder for you if you're not investing. Investing can be intimidating at first, but it's not that bad once you get the hang of it. The more often you invest, the easier it gets. Start small and get used to it. Investing means putting your money into something that has the potential to grow in value over time. This can be accomplished through purchasing stocks and bonds, real estate, or a business. These options will provide more benefits, such as earning interest and assisting you in planning for retirement. Whatever you choose as an investment vehicle, make sure it has growth potential and thoroughly research it before starting. Number 4. Spend less than you make. We're not saying you shouldn't treat yourself now and then, but if you're constantly spending more than you make, eventually you'll be left with nothing. You can't build wealth or even keep it if you're spending more money than you're bringing in. The key to this rule is self-control. If you can't control your spending, no amount of budgeting or saving will help you reach your financial goals. So, how do you learn to control your spending? Start by keeping track of all your expenses and income. Ensure that your spending is less than what you earned at the end of each month. Then, try to cut back on some of those expenses so that there's more money left over at the end of each month. Number 5. Save at least 10% of your income. You've heard it all before, and you'll hear it again. Save 10% of your income. If you can't do that, you'll have a hard time covering your expenses when times get tough, and there's no way to predict when that will be. Even if you don't have much for expenses right now, you need to start saving for the future. You never know what will happen tomorrow or next week, so preparing for anything that might come up by putting aside a small amount every month for emergencies is essential. By doing this, you'll be able to take care of yourself without relying on someone else or spending your savings on something unnecessary. Number 6. Avoid bad debt at all costs. Bad debt is one of the worst things you can do to your finances. It's like a virus that eats away your financial health, and it's hard to get rid of once it takes hold. When you take on bad debt, meaning any money you've borrowed from a lender or credit card company, you're just making your situation worse. You're spending money you don't have and will have to pay back later, which means more interest payments for you and more profit for them. The only way to avoid this is to avoid taking out loans entirely. The best way to do that is by saving up your money until you can afford things without borrowing them. So how do you avoid bad debt? Well, the best way is to stay out of it entirely. If you already have some and want to get rid of them, one way is by taking advantage of balance transfers or making payments on time and in full. In either case, though, the only place to start is by eliminating all unnecessary spending and then doing whatever it takes to ensure that doesn't happen again. Number 7. Don't go broke trying to impress others. Money can be a powerful tool for building a life you love, but it can also be a trap, especially if you spend it on things that don't matter to you. If you use money as a status symbol, then it's likely that your spending is out of control and has become an addiction. When trying to impress someone, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. You spend money on things that don't matter in the long run, and suddenly you're broke. You may get some attention from those flashy things, but it will fade quickly and leave you with an empty wallet and an even emptier life. The only person you need to impress is yourself. Focus on what makes you happy. That could be traveling, volunteering for a cause close to your heart, or spending time with friends and family. You'll feel better about yourself and have more energy for the people who matter most. And that's where real wealth lies. Number 8. Never rely on a single source of income. People with a single source of income are vulnerable to losing that source and their finances. No matter how comfortable it may be, you should always try to diversify your sources. Multiple income streams are important, so you don't have all your eggs in one basket. If one source dries up, you'll still have others that can support you. You can't predict what will happen in the future, and the only way to be prepared for anything is to have a backup plan. You can do this by starting a side business, doing freelance work, creating an online course, or finding other ways to make money outside your regular 9-to-5. This could be anything from a side hustle to passive income from an investment property. When multiple revenue streams come in, you have more flexibility in your life and business. Number 9. Develop a money mindset. Money is a tool. It allows you to do things, but it doesn't define you. When you think of money as a tool you can use to do something, it is much wiser to save and invest. You start thinking about the future rather than the present, and how much more fun it could be if you had more money to play with. You don't have to become a miser or hoard everything for yourself. You just need to develop an attitude of abundance, so that when opportunities arise, and they will, you're ready to take advantage of them. It's no secret that your attitude towards money can make or break your financial success. If you want to be successful with money, you have to think about it differently than the rest of the world. Number 10. Never stop learning and investing in yourself. You should always look for ways to expand your knowledge and improve your skills. Learning can happen anywhere. You don't need to go back to school or take evening classes. The best way to learn about something new is by doing it. So treat every day like a unique opportunity to learn something new. The world is dynamic, and if you want to keep up with the times, you need to grow as a person. The more you learn, the more opportunities you'll have. You can't expect to achieve your goals if you don't have a solid foundation of knowledge to build on. And if you're not willing to invest in yourself, whether with time, money, or energy, how can anyone else invest in you? The more you know about yourself and your industry, the better off you'll be in handling your finances. Money isn't the root of all evil, but it's a thing you can use to do good in the world. Money is complicated. It takes so many forms and changes so quickly that it's hard to track what you have, where it comes from, and how much you owe. But we know it doesn't have to be that way. We've created these rules on how to make your life easier regarding money. Follow them, and you'll find yourself in a much better place than ever.